Hello, hi. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Faisal. That's great. Thank you very much. So, first things first, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to have the time to present Oxy to you all. It's really, really great to have a chance to present what we do. And I really hope this information will be useful for all of the agents who have attended the workshop. I hope you're having a great event so far. And I, myself, and a couple of members from our team will be around during the event. So please do feel free to reach out to us directly if you have any questions, if you would like any more information, or if you're interested in coming on board as a partner, which we will sincerely hope many of you will be by the end of this webinar. So, Oxy, what I will do is I will actually share my screen to show you all the Oxy website. And that way you can see exactly how the website looks, how it works, and I can go into a bit more detail about the benefits that we're providing for the students that we work with. So if I just share my screen, and at any point, please do feel free to use the private chat feature to send me any questions you have. And I'm definitely more than happy to open the floor up to any questions following this webinar as well. But with Oxy, what we are trying to provide, as you can see here, is a one-stop solution for international students. So we work with students from all across the world, from countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, all around the world, who are coming to countries like the UK, the USA, Australia, Canada, Ireland, and many other countries around Europe. And we provide them with a range of post-landing services. So by post-landing services, what we mean is we want to provide a range of different services for students that will help them to settle in to the new countries that they're going to as quickly and as easily as possible. When a student is moving to a new country to study, we know that can be quite a nerve-wracking experience for them. And a lot of the time, particularly for international students, they don't necessarily have as much support with that journey as they could. Now, I don't doubt that a lot of you who are listening into this webinar as I speak will be working with students directly. And there's perhaps a good chance that the students that you've been working with have asked for assistance on services like accommodation, insurance, airport transfers, SIM cards, travel assistance, and so forth. So with Oxy, what we try and do is we try to provide a platform that will be a one-stop solution where students can find all of the services they want and all of the services they need. So you can see the Oxy website, and if you hover the mouse over the services button, you'll see the range of services that we provide for students. Accommodation is one of our most popular and really interesting services that students will obviously need. So if I click on the accommodation tab to show you how this would work, as a student, you could search for any location or area. Let's say, for example, I choose Nottingham. You'll have a few options here. So if it's a student that's going to Nottingham Trent University, exactly as I did during my studies, they can click on this. But for the purpose of this demonstration, let's just use Nottingham as a whole so I can show you how the results would be shown. On here, you can see a range of different entries. So we have 185 entries in total. You can see exactly where each property is based and is placed on the map on the right-hand side. And you'll see all of the properties that are available, including images for each and every property. So you know exactly how it looks and the student can get a really good idea of the accommodation that they're searching for. You can, of course, see the price. So students can easily check which of these options would be within their budget. And in addition to that, you'll see there are actually a couple of options that provides an added incentive and extra bonus or discount for students so they can save even more. With Oxy, the way we work is students can register for an account with Oxy without having to pay anything at all. There are no service fees, no admin charges. We simply want to provide a marketplace of different options and different services so students can find everything they need in one place and in one platform. So there's a range of different options here. By clicking on any of these, you would be taken on to the specific property, and of course, this will just give you a little bit more information, including the images that we had seen before, a description of the property, so students know exactly what they can expect, along with the features, and the different pricing options that would be available for students, depending on the dates they're looking to move in, and depending on the type of property they're looking for as well. You can, of course, see this on a map view. So for students who are looking for accommodation, primarily that would be close enough to the place they'll be studying, they'll, of course, be able to check and track that through this map. And there are some frequently asked questions as well, which typically cover all of the topics that students would have in mind. You finally have a section relating to the payments and the cancellation policy for this particular property. So students know exactly what they can expect with regards to this booking. And from that point, students from there on can either, in certain places, book that accommodation directly themselves if they're happy to proceed. Although what we would prefer and what we try and encourage is for students to actually get in touch with our team, which they can do so by either texting our team on WhatsApp or arranging a call with them directly. Doing so would actually get them in touch with an agent from Oxy, who will be here and happy to support them with all of the different questions they have and happy to do everything they can to ensure it is the right choice for the students. For instance, with accommodation, we actually have over 1.5 million beds available across the world. So there's a lot of different choices for students to use and to take. We obviously want to make sure they pick the perfect one for them. And that's why it's really important and really imperative that the students do get a chance to speak to our agents, and they can use that opportunity in that conversation to answer any questions they have and to make sure the property they're booking is going to be right for what they need. That, of course, gives you an example and an insight into the accommodation service. But we do have a range of other services, as you've seen here as well. Another one I'd like to demonstrate is short-term courses and internships. These are all virtual courses and virtual internships that can be completed for students. And as you scroll down the page, you'll see some of the different partners and providers we work with. You'll see a summary of what they provide. And by clicking on View Details, you can get a more in-depth explanation about the courses that they're able to offer. Again, students will have the option to either submit an inquiry, which will come through to our team, and that will be passed on to that partner, so the partner can actually reach out to the student directly and assist them further. Or for those who are interested in purchasing now, they will be able to do so directly through a link which will take them onto that partner's page. Again, in the same way as before, students will be asked to register with Oxy to be able to complete this step, which of course is no cost for them to do and allows us to be able to contact the student if need be so we can support them further. There are plenty of other services that are really, really interesting for students. I think the other ones that I would love to mention during this webinar would be the pick up and drop service, which of course is airport transfers. So students can be comfortable and confident in how they're going to get from the airport to where they'll be staying during their visit. And the two services here are particularly interesting as well. So travel assistance, firstly. We actually have a partner who allows us to offer discounted flights and hotels for students. Discounted flights is incredible. I know we are currently in the latter stages of a COVID pandemic, but we do strongly believe that students will be able to travel freely again very, very soon. And for those countries where there aren't as many strict restrictions on the borders, there is the ability to, of course, utilize this service and to take advantage of discounts through the Oxy platform. Again, trying to help students with a convenient service that is going to ultimately save them money. Job assistance is also a particularly interesting service. This is currently just available in the UK, but I would imagine that there are many of you who are listening in now who would actually be working with students who come to the UK and travel here for their studies. So for those students who are looking for assistance in finding a job, be that a part-time, full-time, or graduate position, they'll have the ability to do that with the job assistance service that we provide as well. So there's quite a few different services that we offer for students. And as I mentioned, the key benefit is we want to provide a convenient solution that will help them to settle into their new countries as quickly as possible. So what I will do is I'll go into a little bit more detail about the partnership and how a partnership with Oxy would work. And this is important for yourselves to know exactly how we would love to work with you and exactly what the benefits would be of being in a partnership with Oxy. Now, we offer two partnerships, one of which is for service providers. And if you offer any services that you think could be useful and could be valuable for the students in our network, then we would love to have a conversation with you about that in more detail to see if there is a possibility to list your services on the platform in the same way as you'd seen from the website. But the partnership that I will talk about in a little bit more detail is what we call a channel partner relationship. This term may be familiar to some of you, but for those of you who aren't familiar with what a channel partner is, in essence, it is a partnership that would allow us to support any students you work with the services on our platform. And for referring those students to our services, you would also be able to earn a financial incentive in commission payments that are made as well. This gives you two key benefits. Firstly, you've of course got the commission, which is an opportunity to earn a little bit more for students that you're referring. But secondly, and I would say more importantly, you can also use this as an opportunity to build on the services you already provide to the students you're working with. So for students in your network, you will now be able to assist them with a range of post-landing services in addition to the services you may offer from a pre-landing perspective. For example, there may be agents among you who offer services like visa assistance or application support. These services are fantastic and they're really, really important. And with Oxy and with the partnership with us, you can build on that and now actually help students on the next step of the journey as well. So the presentation I'm just about to share with you, we'll talk about the channel partner relationship in a little bit more detail. And I'm hoping you are now all able to see this on your screen. And again, please do not worry if I go through any of this information quickly. There is an available presentation on our stand, which can be downloaded. So if any of you are interested in getting this information, you're more than welcome to download that directly from our stand. Or as I said, you can reach out to our team directly and we'll be happy to help and to give you all the information you need. And in addition to this, we will, of course, be more than willing to arrange meetings with yourselves to go through this again in a little bit more detail. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I will run through this quite quickly. And for any questions you have, please do feel free to send them through in the chat, and I will be more than happy to cover them at the end of this webinar. So with Oxy, as we mentioned, we are, of course, trying to build a one-stop solution for international students all across the world. This page will just give you a little bit more information about our mission and what we're aiming to do. So, of course, we provide a range of different services, and the idea behind this is to provide guidance and assistance to foreign students. So we want to help them to settle into their new country and into their new home as quickly and as easily as possible. Our company mission is to make student life hassle-free. It's what we live and abide by with Oxy. It's everything we embody. And so we want students to have more time and energy to focus on their studies, and we can be here to help take care of all the rest. This page shows you a little bit more about the presence that we have in the market at this stage. So we did start at the end of 2018. And of course, as many of you may already know, that was quite close before the start of the pandemic. We do expect these numbers to continue to grow as we scale the business and as we bring new partners on board and assist new students moving forward. But this gives you an idea of the presence that we have at this present moment in time. Our mission and vision is quite simple. The vision, of course, is to provide a marketplace of comprehensive services for students. So we have a large range of different services that students can take advantage of. And wherever they're going to study across the globe, we'll be here to help them to make their life hassle-free. Our mission is to use these partnerships with yourselves to grow together. We want our companies and our businesses to grow and to scale and to succeed. And these partnerships will allow us to have new business and new revenue opportunities with, of course, the commission payments you would be receiving for the referrals you make, and will, of course, allow us to reach out and to connect with new markets and new audiences that we may not have been able to access before. Some of the services that we offer, as you would have seen from the website, are on the screen now. We do expect we will be adding to these services as well. So there are a range of new services that you will be able to take advantage of and to be able to offer to your students in turn as well. And for channel partners, the key benefits are on the screen. So some of these benefits, I would imagine, are relatively straightforward. One of the key ones that we haven't spoken about just yet, and I think is very, very important for yourselves to know, is what you can see on the bottom left, which is the channel partner portal. So all of our channel partners will have their own dedicated access to their own channel partner admin portal, which they can access through the Oxy website. Within this portal, you would be able to easily track and manage all of the students you've referred. You will be able to see how much commission you've earned for the referrals that you've made. And you also would have access to your own landing page, which you can share by a tracking link to your students so they can fill in their own inquiries and submit the requests for the services that they're interested in. After this presentation, if we have time, I will try and quickly run through that channel partner portal to give you an idea of how that would look. But in essence, it's a really great landing page which breaks down all of the different services we have to offer, gives students an inquiry box where they can fill in their contact details and let our team know which services they're interested in. And from that point, our team will contact the students to be able to assist them further. Now, the next page talks about the commission structure. Oxy's commission structure for channel partners is quite unique. We pay channel partners commission in 3 different ways. So the first step is for each and every student you refer to Oxy, we would initially pay $1 in commission. The second step is for any students who use services on our platform. If they use 2 services or more, then you would also receive an additional $10 in commission. And the third step is based on accommodation, which is by far and away one of our most popular services, and I suspect a service many of you are speaking to students about on a regular basis. I'll talk about that one in a bit more detail on the next page, but just before I do move on, you can see there are different levels for channel partners. This isn't based on any targets. We would not expect you to have to commit to a certain number of student referrals each month or each year. Instead, what we're aiming to do is build lifetime lasting partnerships with the individuals and the companies that we are partnered with. So, for example, if it was to take you 6 months or 2 years to reach 200 students that you have referred to Oxy who have used a service on our platform, the time frame wouldn't make a difference. But as soon as you have reached that point, you would automatically be moved up to the next level, and you'll see that you not only start to earn more commission for each and every student you refer, but you would also receive an additional cash incentive as a thank you from us for allowing us to work with your students too. This is a model that we have built to continue to incentivize our channel partners and to offer additional bonuses and additional benefits to partners who continue to refer students to us, where we can build that long-lasting relationship with them and keep assisting all of the students they are able to send our way. The next page talks about the commission that would be offered for students who book their accommodation through Oxy. So as I mentioned, that is the third step in our commission model. And for any students who book their long stay accommodation with Oxy, which is for 34 weeks or longer, you would receive a commission within these ranges. Now, I've put a few examples on this page. We aren't at all limited to the cities and the countries that you can see on the screen. This is just a reference point to give you an idea of the sorts of commission figures you could be expecting for any students you refer who book accommodation with us. If, for example, we look at London, which is, of course, where I am based, then for any students you send to London who book their accommodation with Oxy, you would be able to expect to receive a commission between £60 and £451. The exact amount quite simply just depends on the type of property the student chooses. So we work with a large number of different accommodation providers, different types of accommodations, and so students will have lots of choices. And from there, whichever accommodation they choose, that student will be able to book with us. And of course, from that point, you'll receive the commission, which will be logged in your admin portal as well. And the very last page in this presentation is the onboarding process from our side to becoming a channel partner. We want this process to be very simple and straightforward. So there is an initial meeting that we would be happy to have with you. In that meeting, we can answer any questions you have and go through the process in a little bit more detail. And from that point, there would be a channel partner agreement that we would be able to provide for you to review and to sign. Once this has been signed, we would speak to our IT and our development teams to create your channel partner admin portal access. And once that access has been completed, we would share those login details with you. So you would be able to log into your own account. You'd be able to track your student referrals. And of course, you can share the landing page link with your students as well. From that point, you reach the final step in this onboarding process, which is, of course, our company mission, making student life hassle-free. And we, of course, with our channel partners, want to be able to achieve that goal together. There is an extra way that this can be done. You are able to self-sign up on the Oxy website to become a channel partner as well. So if I just stop sharing this screen for a second, I will very quickly show you the Oxy website. And from here, I will just very quickly demonstrate exactly how you would be able to sign up yourself, and also very quickly show you how you would be able to access the admin channel, the channel partner admin portal, rather. So unfortunately, my laptop does seem to have crashed, and I sincerely apologize for this. It looks like it will not allow me to share this as intended, but I'm hoping you can all still hear me. And if you can, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening in. We are, of course, available in Hall 2 in the fair. So please do feel free to come to reach out to us directly if you have any questions or if there's any more information you would like. And we, of course, do have the presentation in our stall as well. So this can be easily downloaded for anyone who's interested in finding out more. It's been a pleasure. My name is Rikesh, and on behalf of Oxy, I just want to say thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your event, and we look forward to bringing you on board as a partner soon. Thank you.